Hey YouTube and vinyl community, Memphis Vinyl Jim, and of course, the missus.
Hey y'all.
Well, once again, Jonas, 1,000 subscriptions.
Hey.
I really have to tell you, man, it's always been such fun to watch all of your videos. It really has. And he is, Jonas, he is one of the first wave. There was about 30 people who were here when we got here.
Okay.
That's nebulous. When did you get here? What wave you're in? I was looking at Mr. Hall of Fame's video when we were in St. Louis.
Aww.
And saw that several people, I didn't brand it, several people said it, but now I'm going to take it as a brand.
Okay.
It was the Memphis Vinyl Jim and the Missus World Tour 2012.
It's just a nationwide tour.
It was nationwide, but in those days,
there really
wasn't that many meetups,
That's
and
true.
so
That's true. Now we see it everywhere. That's great.
It's wonderful because when we came, we might have rounded out 50 or 100 people, and you could keep in touch with all of them.
Yeah.
Now I love to see new people. There's a couple new people. You know who you are.
Alan.
right?
Hey, Alan.
I was just going to say Alan. I couldn't remember his name, but you did. I almost had it on the tip of my tongue. But Alan has a new channel, but he's been surfing for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's so many new ones, and it's like unless you're Chris or Rob, I mean. They don't need sleep. I don't think they're retired. Neither one of them are retired. They just don't need sleep. So,
okay.
I mean, but in those days, you could literally watch every single video of all of your friends. And we had, when you say the good old days, there have been some people who have come along that I think represent that weren't there then, just like we weren't there in the absolute beginning. Like Bobby Z,
Hey, Bobby Z.
He's somebody that to me, is reflective of what the VC's about, if that can be used in that way. But you had.
He's been meeting up with some people, right?
Oh yeah, he has.
Lots.
You had Jeff the Record Man, we called him.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if that was his handle, but he's
That's what we would call him.
You had Anders, of course.
Oh yeah.
You had Jonas. You had Mr. Hall of Fame.
Yes.
You of course had Derek.
Hey, Derek.
You had Teddy. It just occurred to me, Vinyliciousness. That's what it was called, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Eat Sleep, Dream, Vinyl. I don't know the new channel, which I love. Teddy, I'm sorry. Had that stroke last month. Yeah. I can use that excuse for a little while.
I know you're about done with it though.
Vinyliciousness.
Yeah.
And man, his videos on the blues, those were, just so wonderful.
I was going to say a story. Do you remember when we gave him that record and it was like saying Happy Birthday? Oh no, it was like Happy New Year on one side.
Happy New Year on one. It was Jerry Lee Lewis. Happy New Year, backed with Middle Age and Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And he said, he opened it up on the wrong side and said, "Oh, thanks, guys."
It was really supposed to say Happy New Year.
Teddy, that was a Happy New Year to you. I don't know if you ever figured that out, but we've traded back and forth with Teddy several times.
So hey, Teddy.
Hey Teddy, and then there were some others. If we forgot you, sorry, but there weren't that many, and they've come and gone. But it's good to see Mark and Sam. Mark brought me to the VC.
Sure.
We did those fantastic zines. The Glass Orchid zines. With him and Alvy, and that was great fun. And then every once in a while, somebody will pop up that just is essential VC type of dude. Because they have the right heart.
Sure.
And like Tone.
Hey, Tone.
But I have some.
Let's
get back to the vinyl. Let me get back to the vinyl. The reason I'm doing that is because Jonas's 1,000 rare, valuable. I've got some more that we could have had in that video. Jonas was talking about the good old days, that he hoped this would spark up conversation.
Sure.
Really kind of like your Perfect 10 did.
Yeah.
This is really, right?
Okay.
And, give people things for their want list, get conversations going. And so, yeah.
Reminiscing.
It's been 6 years since the last world tour. And we have to do it again this summer. So we'll see.
We got to make it to Boston.
I've got a bunch that are new ones.
Okay.
Well, new to us. And I've got a stack of ones that I just have been looking at and saying, okay, I should show those. Used to be you would be so paranoid about, did I show this before? Now it's just like if you saw that in my last video, I must like the record. Go get it if you don't
Sure,
have it.
I'm playing it again.
Obie McClinton.
All the time. Oh, Obie from Senatobi.
Obie from Senatobi. What a great record on Enterprise, which, by the way, is a Stax label from right here in Cheap Pop, Memphis, Tennessee. And this one has, of course, Obie from Senatobi. And,
Hello,
don't let the green grass fool you. The Lord Knows I'm Drinking.
That was a good one.
I love his version of The Lord Knows I'm Drinking. What
Hello,
is it?
Mrs. Johnson.
You self-righteous woman.
Biddy.
Biddy, woman, is it?
It's woman first. But
awesome record.
Sunday school teacher.
He is great. Kind of in the vein of Charlie Pride, who we've seen in concert, by the way.
Yeah, Charlie Pride.
But funner, right? So there you go with that.
But funner.
A Date with Elvis. I guess this one was only available to his
Fan club?
Fan club.
Huh.
Blue Moon of Kentucky. Good Rockin' Tonight, and he's just there in his army.
Who wouldn't want a date with Elvis?
He's gone, baby. He really did die.
Well, thanks.
You can't have the Mrs. Elvis. No. No, but I wouldn't blame you. He's kind of like he's dreamy, isn't he?
Yeah.
If I can have Dion, you can have Elvis.
Okay.
So
we got our plan.
But yeah, so this one could have been in Jonas's
No. Okay.
video. Plot 2, get back to the good old days with the VC. I'm not sure who started it, but this was a very
if you're not on this tip,
VC thing for a while. And of course, Sir Bosworth or Rugglesby the Third. Just little neutrinos on here. Anyway, this is just a crazy record. Basically, they said that the Beatles, but this is just a Canadian band that kind of sounds like the Beatles, but it wasn't. It wasn't Fall, or was it, Fake Paul?
Fake Paul, Fall.
Plot 2 on Capitol.
Nice.
Okay, I wanted to talk about the Coon Elder Band, featuring Brenda Patterson on Mercury. What a great record this is.
Oh, we love Brenda Patterson.
A Memphis band. In Memphis, Memphis had its own Janis Joplin, if you want.
Okay.
Kind of like that. This is a good record to find. And then we, of course, have the self-titled on Playboy.
Okay.
This is a white label promo on Playboy. She's from right here in Memphis. Just a wonderful album. Playboy, of course, is, One Time for the Cow.
Vincent Smith, right?
And so, Smith Vincent, is it? Or Vincent Smith?
I think it's Vincent Smith.
Smith Vincent.
Vincent Smith.
One Time for the Cow. We showed it. It's our favorite record.
We should know that.
It's on Playboy.
Okay.
And this one is a great one. So you can check that out. Of course, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Night Moves. I just love this record. I remember when a good buddy of ours, called him Snake, he was coming over and looking at our record collection, which was about 30 records at that time. Hey, you got any Bob Seger? This was even before iMusic, and LimeWire had just been shut down, so you couldn't even pull anything up. And then since then, this is probably my 3rd or 4th copy because unlike most of them, there's no ringware. It's hard with the black ones, but I just love this album.
So now I
Rock
like
and Roll, Never Forgets, Night Moves, Mary Lou, The Fire Down Below. That's a great record, and it's just as clean of a record. So, and then you can see the back there.
Okay.
The Silver Bullet Band. This Silver Bullet Band is a good, and they play with the Muscle Shoals section is on here, so
they got horns in them.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Check that one out. Recently found this Abidjan Duwa is by Cat Mother and the All Night Newsboys. There's a nice copy of that on Polydor. It's a country rock kind of deal, kind of like Olden in the Way.
Okay.
Almost a little bit of bluegrass to it.
It falls under that rule if they play it in the shed, I gotta hear it.
Yeah, kind of. And they look cool, but it's all of the titles of these songs are really kind of weird. So I'm not sure which ones I like, but the whole thing is a cool record. So I'm looking for their other album too, but that was a recent pickup. But I've been playing
in pretty good shape.
Billy Joel, An Innocent Man. Tell Her About It, Uptown Girl, The Longest Time.
Girl.
It's just a great record.
Yeah.
Just a great record. A good copy of it, too. Billy Joe Roll, Cherry Hill Park on Columbia 2I Columbia. Not Poor Side Town. That's Down in the Boondocks. Johnny Rivers' Poor Side of Town get confused with his other album. Billy Joe Roll is Down on the Boondocks.
Down in the Boondocks.
And in the '80s, he did that Burn Like a Rocket, which was a country rock country crossover.
Okay.
I know Mother had that on her.
Look at his little tie there.
Her tapes, her mixtapes. But yeah, this is a good one. It has the hit. The title track is a hit, Cherry Hill Park.
Okay.
Kind of light pop psych.
Cool.
This one could have been in Jonas's video. It's Van Morrison, recorded live in concert, summer 1973.
Ooh.
It's Too Late to Stop Now. It's a 2-LP set. And yes, that is the white label promo on Warner Brothers. A beautiful copy of it. That definitely, it's still going real high. The Rebel Yell Band, that could have been in when I was talking about, the free the
custom labels.
No, not custom labels. It's Private Press.
Oh, okay, Private Press.
So their label was the band's name, and the Rebel Yell Band is what was a Memphis band, and this is a really cool. Zach, you would like this if you don't have it.
Kind of cover band a little bit.
No.
They cover a lot of songs, right?
Tennessee Stud, Amy, New Orleans Ladies. I think most of this is original.
Huh.
That is the one cover.
Okay.
They cover Broken Lady.
Oh.
And that's so when I found this, that's how I discovered that song, Broken Lady, which you can see is a Gatlin tune. I said, man, that is cool. Where did that come from? It's the it is the standout track of the album.
Yeah.
And then found out that it was a cover of the Gatlin Brothers. Black Mountain Rag, Shanty, Tears, Make Me a Pallet on the Floor.
Oh.
Mastered at Ardent, right?
Nice.
I think that looked cool. Very mid-70s type of deal. It's a cool record, and it got us to where we discovered Broken Lady, which is a fantastic little song. That
Never thought I'd like the Gatlin Brothers, but okay.
I know, right? The Rebel Yell Band.
Nice.
Buckingham Nicks could have been on that
it.
one as well. It's a promo copy. What can be said about this other than Stevie Nicks? Man, the witchy woman is fly on that one, isn't she? That's a great record.
Yes.
I've had several upgrades of this. This is one of my more valuable records, of course. It's a soundtrack, The Harder They Come, Jimmy Cliff, and others. Mm-hmm. I mean, the first one that I got, the missus said, take it off, because if it starts to be poppy and jump and everything, she doesn't like it. But I had 2 or 3 upgrades to that one before I found this one, and it's a white label island.
Ooh.
I mean, white label island. I mean, that's somewhat of a big deal, I guess. But the movie is okay. I liked the movie. But the record
I think I've seen the movie all the way through. I think I've seen just bits and pieces.
It's hard to watch because it's not, they didn't have wonderful production quality.
Okay.
But the story itself of, this poor kid from the other side of town that gets mixed up in all that, it's a good story.
Good storyline, huh?
Another
good
one,
plot.
Taking It Easy, Marlo Tackett on Palace.
Okay.
From right here in Memphis as well. And Zach, you would like this one. It's, the liner notes by Little David Wilkins, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He held the door for me one day when I was down at the Ryman.
Isn't it crazy? Little David held the door for her. Summertime Lady. And the one thing I thought in here that was cool as far as covers, there's always one cover on here. Turn the Page.
Okay.
Bob Seger. And also he does Wild Side of Life. I like that song quite a bit.
Okay.
So country funk fans would
like that one.
Would like this
gotcha.
one. So Zach, You don't know that one. Marlo Tackett's Taking It Easy.
He sure is taking it easy on that trunk on the back.
He's taking it easy on that trunk. Some of the Elvis that we have is valuable as well. This one could have been in the Jonas video. It's G.I. Blues. Ooh. It's a stunning original RCA Victor. And nice. I love this record. Of course, it's my favorite of the soundtracks. And I love the soundtracks. And this is probably not one that you'll get in a package as a Memphis calling card. But
you holding on to that one, huh?
Yeah. It was hard to find. I gave probably the most that I'd ever given for this when we were walking around some city. What city were we walking around in? I don't even know. I gave $40 for it. Uh-huh. And that was the most I'd ever given for a record at the time. But it's a couple $100 record, so it's okay. Do that.
It's retained its value.
It's retained its value. Recently came across this one, which I love because I've had it and sold it before. I'll tell you why in a minute. But it never had, and I don't think I've ever seen the sleeve.
Okay.
These 12 inches. I'm not a fan of 12 inches either.
Singles, right? Or
Stefan said I'm with
maxes.
You. This was a clean copy of it.
Oh, yeah.
Ichiban Records. The sleeve is there. And it's Clarence Carter, or Dr. Cece as I call him, stroking.
I be stroking.
I stroke it to the east. I stroke it to the west. I stroke it to the woman that I love the best.
I be stroking.
How does his woman know when he's how does he know when his woman is sassified, right?
Sassified.
She starts to call him my name.
Okay, we need to bleep that one out.
Anyway, the reason that I didn't think I needed the single until I found it with, the original sleeve, which was cool, was because I have Dr. Cece.
Oh, gotcha.
It is on Ichiban, and it is the one with stroking.
Okay.
Of course, there's Marvelous Marv Johnson.
Oh, I love Marv.
Just a wonderful and United artist. This is, well, Berry Gordy sold his contract to United Artists to start Taylor Gordy Motown. So that's what happened. It's a very similar story to RCA, Elvis, and Sam Phillips with Sun Records. So Gordy had one or two hits with him, and
he should have kept him.
He probably should have, but then he made Marvin Gaye bigger. So this guy was the Marvin Gaye before the Marvin Gaye. And You've Got What It Takes is the big one on here.
Okay.
You've Got What It Takes.
Ooh, and I like that label.
If you look at all the songs there, even though it's United Artists, Gordy still got writing credit for most of those songs.
Yeah. That's how it was back then.
So, he did all right.
He did all right.
He did all right. Beautiful record, though. Yeah. Really nice. Which we've had that one a long time, and I've never seen it otherwise in a while. So, but speaking of things that you might see in a Memphis calling card, I don't know this, everyday type of stuff. But we recently found another very nice copy of it.
Starting all over again. It's gonna be rough.
Barbara Call. Mel and Tim on Stax, Yellow Stax. Beautiful record, very fun. Of course, Mother had this album, and she played it a lot when I was young. Speaking of value, it's Pickwick, so it's a reissue. And if you go and you get the album that this is a reissue of, it's not this cover. So to me, and as far as Pickwicks go, if you have to give 5 or 10 for a really clean copy, but the original is a 40 or 50, maybe $100 record. But I wouldn't want it as much because I remember holding this one as a child.
And looking at that picture,
Blueberry Hill with these blueberry dots,
Yeah.
So that's cool, and it's just a great record. Blueberry Hill is a wonderful record.
I found my
thrill on Blueberry Hill.
You're getting better.
I can't really carry a tune. Rodney Crowd Diamonds in Dirt. The thing about him, he was in that Heart Worn Highways. This was a favorite of mine. I think I had it on tape or CD in the 90s. Roseanne Cash's husband, Johnny Cash's son-in-law, when they divorced or when they were about to divorce, he wrote After All This Time. So I love that song. It's a yellow rim Columbia, and I was happy to find that on vinyl a couple of years ago as I had that in my CD collection. Sit Down Job. This is another one of those, private press deals.
Okay.
This guy is a blind guy that played this steel guitar. Fabulous record.
Where's
Fabulous
Where's he from?
I think it's Atlanta.
Oh.
Oh, we can pull this out. Mylan LeFeur is on here. Background vocals. He's a famous Christian singer.
Okay.
Ricky Whitley, he plays harmonica vocals, lead vocals, dobro, lap steel, electric acoustic slide, etc. Peachtree Street Boogie, the Country Bump Queen, the Honky Tonk King, Birmingham Town, Weaver's Blues. Maybe he's from Birmingham.
Alabama.
I don't know, but the back is pretty cool. I think this album was mastered in Atlanta. Not that that means he was from Atlanta. He's probably from Birmingham. Yeah. This is a really cool record. Sit down job. Maybe that letter right there will tell us more about it.
Oh, there you go.
I haven't played this in a while, so I probably forgot about it. But this is a premiere. What the heck is this?
Primera.
Okay. No, this is a
That's
note.
not
This
what
is
you thought.
This is a note from him.
Okay.
And he's in Gulf Shores, Alabama. That's a note from him.
Okay.
Ricky Whitley. That's pretty cool. I don't purport to know what in the world that says. And then he has this one, which he was originally in Pensacola, and he's crossed through that. And he's now in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Okay.
And these are the words to "You're My Guitar," which it seems like these are the words to it.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Sit down job. I'll pull that and play it. Here shortly. So that makes some value to that one. So there are a few that I've just acquired here and there. I'm gonna go through them fast. I don't know that I'll have as much to say about them, but these are
You already had 22 minutes.
These are some of the new ones
Okay.
to the collection. The Jackson Southerners on the third day. Malico, plain copy of that.
Okay.
Continuing with the Airs.
Okay, all the mayors.
The Jackson Southerners on the third day.
Love it.
On Malico. Some gospel for you. I do remember this one when I was growing up. Barry White, Can't Get Enough.
That's your Aunt Deb.
I was going to say, I don't even think that Mother's was so beaten worn that it's a great clean copy too. That I don't even know that I could keep it because it was just falling apart because it was so well loved, meaning that it had been played a million times, probably every time Aunt Deb came over.
Yeah.
You're the first, the last, my everything. I remember hearing that song, oh Lord, 55 million times. So yeah, that one. The Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly, Big Hits #2. So Big Hits #1, we showed it. The clean copy of it came from that collection, Texarkana. Dwight doesn't watch, but if he did, hey Dwight.
Hey,
this is the second volume 2 from Big Hits. So you never see it in this good a condition because for some reason these things, you know, it's always beat. It's always beat, but this is a
because everybody plays the style.
Beautiful clean copy of it. You'll have to trust me. And these were folded up, so you know,
nice.
Honky Tonk Women, Ruby Tuesday, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Painted Black, Street Fighting Man, Mother's Little Helper. You get the picture. They were just beasts.
Yes.
Wonderful record. Luther Ingram, you know, we have, you know, his first one. If Loving You Is Wrong.
I love that
one. White. I don't mean to be white. I want to be right. It's a Coco imprint, which is distributed and I want to say eventually purchased by Stax Records. Coco. Let's Steal Away the Hideaway. From 1978. And I like the cover or the jacket.
It kind of looks like the other one.
As much as the other one because it kind of has a theme there. I mean, this one is red and orange, where that one's I think white and black. But you know, when you set them together, they kind of go together. White and yellow.
Maybe.
Kind of go together, I think.
Yeah.
This one is the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra. But what you see is 3 pieces for the blues band with Siegel Schwa Band.
Oh.
It's on Dutch gramophone, and when I saw this, I was like, wow. This came through in a collection because it was... I did an interview with...
Corky Siegel.
Yeah, Corky Siegel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of the Siegel Schwa Band. So and he mentioned this was what he was up to at that time.
Oh.
Chamber music. So I thought that was interesting. This is kind of cool. Limo, I don't know if I can pronounce that. The album is Don't Suppose.
Okay.
But what's cool is it includes the Never Ending Story.
The Never Ending Story.
Clean copy. Probably never played. But maybe we'll play it and be listening to The Never Ending Story.
Keep the nothingness away.
Keep the nothingness away. Victory in Jesus, just for the title alone. But it is a Memphis imprint. I'll keep holding on to Jesus. Man, that's beautiful. I recorded at Audio Dimension Sound Studio right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Beautiful.
Nice.
Then there were some soul comps.
Yes.
In this last collection that we had purchased. Sultry Soul Sisters, including Dion, Betty Everett, Gladys Knight.
Hey. Give me some soul sisters.
So there's Don't Make Me Over's on here. Baby I'm Yours, Barbara Lewis is on here. Every Beat of My Heart, Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Nice.
Love Letters, Kitty Lister, I love that song.
I know you
Love
do.
Letters in the Sand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so good. Good stuff. I guess these are Dutch or something like that.
Rhino, huh?
On Rhino. This is volume 3. Then there was by request 20 Great Oldies.
Okay.
I'll Always Remember. Any Day Now, Chuck Jackson. You'll Lose a Good Thing, Barbara Lewis.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
He'll Break Your Heart, Jerry Butler. I mean, this is just, this is how you find good music. Tonight's the Night. It reminds me of Mother's Soul Train.
Oh, yeah?
With Don Cornelius. That record, before I even knew who Don Cornelius was, it introduced me to, and I've had or still have, and probably still have, all of the records from every single one of those cuts. Now, I remember specifically the one that, a couple of them that come to mind on that, Frida Payne's Band of Gold.
Okay.
And the chairman of the board, I forget what the song is, but anyway, both on Invictus, which is a hard to find label, but I have both of those records, and I didn't even know about them until that. But some of these comps had like Memphis artists on it, and so I knew the Memphis songs like Woman to Woman and things like that before I even lived in Memphis. Yeah. Because of Mother's soul comps. This is a really cool one. I'll always remember. So that was neat. And then there was another one. That one was volume 12. Okay. And then there was volume 5.
All right.
Do the Mashed Potato, Billy's Bag, Follow Your Heart, Good Feeling, Operator, etc., etc. I didn't recognize as many of these. I didn't recognize as many of these. Doesn't mean they won't be great, because they seem to be able to put together a good comp.
Because they're always going to remember them.
Exactly. I love the Iceman. This was great to find in such great condition. And look at him. I didn't realize he was ever that cool. But famously with Betty Everett, I guess. What's the love song that they sing together? I wish I could remember it, but For Your Precious Love. Is that the one? Anyway. Only the Strong Survive. So this is the best of.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice to find that. Then I also found The Soul Goes On Mercury. Okay. And he does Chain Gang, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, Respect You Send Me, These Arms Are Mine, A Change Is Gonna Come, I've Been Loving You Too Long. So some Otis, some Sam Cooke. Looks like some soul covers, but
love it.
Just
we're listening to that one tonight.
Can't wait to hear that one.
Listen to that one tonight.
Then I have traditionally not been great on the record store day. People run out so that they can flip them on eBay that don't know nothing about records, and then a day later they're all 40% off and you get some. I don't know, But
if you got them still.
I did want this one.
Okay.
And it's the alternate moon dance.
Hadn't listened to it yet. I don't know about it.
Not even popped yet, but we'll get to it.
I'm not sure about that one.
You know, and it's just
Can't
it's
mess
different
with perfection.
takes.
I know.
It's different takes, you know.
Can't mess with perfection.
It's like saying, well, would you want to be at any Van Morrison concert where he would sing those songs?
Sure, but he'd be standing right in front of me.
Take 1058, 2084, you know. This is a limited edition of 10,000, if that means anything. I just wanted it for the Van Morrison. An original moon dance I tried to get on the internet. I mean, it's just crazy. These things are going out of sight,
yeah.
You know. But anyway, this was cool. Well, King Curtis. This is a live rendition from, it's cool, Fillmore West. You know, there was a Fillmore East and a Fillmore West. Yeah. This is one in L.A. And Memphis Soul Stew leads it off. So
oh, gotta love that one.
Got to love that. And I guess lastly, I bought an upgrade of Dion's Anyone Who Had a Heart. I need to pop that. It's a seal copy.
Okay.
Anyone Who Had a Heart, Don't Make Me Over.
Don't Make Me Over.
Just love this record. So that's a cleaner, brand new. I mean, that must be from, well, probably 67 or 68. Burt Bacharach and Hal David, they produced and wrote these songs. A lyricist and musician, so just a wonderful copy, and happy to have that. So anyway, that's what we have for you. It's probably a very long video. If you're still here with me,
hey,
you know we will be crate digging around, you know, and until the next time we see you, we're going to be grooving in the bluff. Peace out, guys.
Bye, guys.